These two neighbours have just witnessed the dismantling of their unauthorised outpost. But only a few hours after the passage of the bulldozers of the Israeli Civil Administration and the Border Police, the second in 5 days, the houses of Ramat Migron have already been rebuilt. As quickly destroyed, as quickly rebuilt.
This is her house. Mine is over there.
The Yered settles on this hill, located about 9 miles northeast of Jerusalem in the biblical region of Binyamin, in the West Bank, 18 months ago, along with another family. The Kehatis joined them a few weeks ago.
9 months ago, we were evicted for the first time, and then a second time right after we rebuilt our houses in a few hours, exactly as it happened this time.
What we're proclaiming from this hill is that the land of Israel belongs to the people of Israel.
And yet, according to the state and Israeli law, Ramat Migron, located between the Palestinian village of Burqa and the village of Mukhmas, was built on private Palestinian land. Just like the Hilltop Youth, Noah and Adaya, driven by a radical ideology, do not see things that way.
Our presence here prevents Arab territorial continuity, and this continuity is strategic for them because it is the basis for a future Palestinian terrorist state. 3/4 of the land in Judea and Samaria is empty, and the Arabs are taking advantage of it to expand. But if we are there, it is because it is ours. It is because it is the land of our ancestors. The people of Israel are returning to these lands. Israel belongs to the Jews, and therefore the state does not have to evacuate us.
It is a commandment to populate the land of Israel. It is written dozens of times in the Torah. All the biggest settlements in the West Bank started like ours. They were created, destroyed, and then rebuilt, and so on until they were large enough to not be touched.
Often associated with the anti-Palestinian attacks in the region, the Hilltop Youth feel invested with a divine mission. Described as modern-day pioneers by the religious Zionist right, they are convinced of the messianic values of their actions. The day of our visit, Elisha, Noah's husband, and Shvu Tami's father were arrested by the Shin Bet, who suspect him of having stolen agricultural material from a Palestinian village nearby. Grazing his flock, one way to prevent the Palestinians from developing the land, according to the shepherd of Ramat Migron.
It's a daily presence in all the vicinity. It's important because it marks the land.
In a few hours, the 70 goats and 30 sheep of the unauthorized outpost will have a new pen.
We had a large pen, but it was destroyed. We built a temporary one, but it's too small, so we're expanding it.
Then, it will be the synagogue's turn to be rebuilt with the help of these young people from the hills.
Most of them are young students from Talmudic schools. They're on vacation, so they came to help us after the dismantling.
Ramat Migron can also count on the support of some local residents, like this man who came to bring food and water.
Yes, I work for the regional council, but this is a personal initiative. I was passing by, so why not help?
147 outposts like this one have been created since the early 1990s. About 20 of them were eventually legalized by the State of Israel over time.